All right. I said I was going to take the rest of the week off. Wow, that didn't really happen. Let's go into July 1st. Nasdaq futures. What we were looking at and why we were looking at it. And then the trade I took. So I went to Glacier Point this morning in Yosemite National Park to watch the sunrise over Half Dome. And I used cell phone service to link to my iPad and my MacBook so that I could still trade. Cell phone service was pretty spotty, so I didn't trade with real money. I only paper traded this morning. But we're gonna go over what I did here, and then I'm gonna attach this video to the videos I took at Half Dome. So you'll see the sunrise, see Half Dome, see my trading setup while I was at Half Dome, and the trade I took. Paper trade, unfortunately, but that's okay because the market was, I had 1 bar of LTE and it was being real spotty. I did not want to put real money on anything. Speaking of that, I had a bullish bias this morning. Um, the real reason is because 4 hour was looking bullish. It just had to trace down to OTE. I marked out this wick as OTE right here. Because it was right in between 62 and 70% retracement coming into that. So I was bullish. Market opens. Pre-market, from all the news that we had this morning, it just started crashing. NFP, all that stuff, it just started crashing to the downside. Right into my little 4 hour OTE and a 1 hour fair value gap right here. Even though we don't really need the 1 hour fair value gap, I did not use the 1 hour fair value gap. I only used the 4 hour OTE on the 5 minute and the 1 minute. So market opens right here, indecisive candle, whips both ways, just starts moving lower and lower and lower. I was bullish because I thought it was going to hit 4 hour OTE, and of course wicks can go through it. So on the 1 minute and the 5 minute and the 15, that's not a 4 hour candle. The 4 hour candle could wick all the way through it, and then the body can close above OTE. So the second we started moving bullish, secondly, I had the 7 a.m. highs marked out. So like, was that right at 7 a.m.? Yeah, so it made 7 a.m. highs right after 7 a.m. But it's a good liquidity pool, pre-market liquidity pool I'd marked out. Not a big deal. Didn't provide really any importance, but what did was regular trading hours close. This is another reason I went bullish. And if you go from market open to regular trading hours close, I was looking at this being filled, you'll see, at least 25%, 25 to 50%. And if you pay attention, 99% of days this thing gets filled between 20, 50, and a lot of days 100%. So I wanted to see it at least 25%, and I'll show you why. We create the daily first fair value gap to the downside here. I didn't have a computer on me, so I was just putting at any fair value gap possible. Daily first fair value gap. It closes above it. Um, I, funny enough, I actually entered on this candle right here, and I put my stops right here. And then it took my stop, but the second we closed above on this one, in this candle, I bought in on the consequent encouragement of this 5 minute fair value gap because, just I told myself I should have had my stop down here, but I wanted to play it safe. Put my stop here, got stopped out once it inversed that fair value gap. A second time, I entered in the consequent encouragement of this fair value gap with my take profit being this high. I'm 99% sure. Because if we look at the new day opening gap, regular trading hours, new day opening gap, and then you measured it from the 50% mark to where we opened, 25% was right here. So yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure it's this high. You'll see in the video. 25% of the new day, regular trading hours, new day opening gap. I want to see at least 25% filled. So when I took this inversion fair value gap right here, to go bullish because it was like 4-hour OTE range, 1-hour fair value gap, started moving up, inverse of daily first fair value gap. I went for this high, and yeah, and then I was done. Paper trading. It was paper trading. You'll see in the video how I was talking about I might not even be able to trade or even watch the market because of how spotty my signal was. And I figured, you know what, let's not put any risk on it. I was having a peaceful morning watching the sunrise over Yosemite National Park, and I just wanted to. I'm addicted to day trading. I love this shit. So I had to be on it a little bit at least, had to try my best. But the other parts of the video will explain that.
Good morning. So the goal was to trade from the spot I'm at this morning, but it doesn't look like I have good enough cell service. So I don't know if I'll be able to trade from here this morning, but check it out. Trying to load TradingView. It's loading very slowly. Chilling in my camper shell in my little camping bed. Beautiful, look at that. What a sunrise. What a sunrise. So I sped this up to 3x speed. That way you're not sitting here for 4 or 5 minutes just watching price move. Like I said, it is paper trading. You can see the paper trading account signed in on the bottom. And you'll notice when it goes and finally hits my take profit, it takes an excessive amount of time to close because TradingView's paper trading is pretty horrible, which is alright. At least they have it for free, you know what I mean? But yeah, enjoy watching this thing just creep on its way up to 25% of the regular trading hours opening range gap. Always fun when it starts running like that towards your take profit. But when it's that close, sometimes it can be hard to hold on to. And when it blows past it, I even tried to close the position myself. My AMP account would have been out in half a second, but it's all good.